welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hey, hi, hello. My name is Lauren, otherwise known as the Digital Planning Gal. I am so excited. Today we are going to be doing a May plan with me. I honestly can hardly believe that May is finally here, but it is. April has flown by. I'm so excited to be bringing back another monthly plan with me. The first thing that we're going to be doing today is changing out my wallpaper. So if you guys are not familiar with this, I do have a freebie vault on my website, digitalplanninggal.com. I always have a link down below in the description box for you guys, and I actually have a freebie vault. Now, the freebie vault does require a password to get into, so if you scroll down to the bottom of any page on my website, you're going to be able to enter in your email address. As soon as you click subscribe now, it's going to pop up the code right here in this box for you. So don't skip past the code because it will pop up right away for you, and then you'll have access to the freebie vault where I've got things like free notebooks, journals, stickers, Procreate stamps, and all of my monthly wallpapers that I've created thus far. Now this month looks a little bit different than the previous months. Previous months I would separate out the wallpapers from phone versus computer. This month I put all of them together on the same one, so you'll get both the phone downloads, iPad wallpapers, and also for the desktop computer. So I'm going to go ahead and download mine. It is a zip file, so you're going to need to actually click on it from your downloads. It's going to open up in your download as you can see here, and you'll want to tap on the zip folder, and then your regular folder will appear next to it. You'll see two different ones for the computer and two for your phone and iPad. This one's a little bit more slimmer for the iPhone in case you want that, but there's also a plain one as well, and this one has the calendar, and so does this one. I'm gonna go with the plain one for the iPad, and I'm going to save the image on my iPad, and we're gonna go into my photos, and we're going to set it as my wallpaper. My iPad is turned sideways currently, so it's gonna look a little different. If I turned mine around this way, it's not gonna fit completely in the shot for you guys here, but if I turn it around vertically, this is what it looks like. You can kind of pinch it out, and you can either do more of a focus with the big disco ball or little ones. I kind of like it right here. So I'm gonna set this as both of my screens, and boom. So now when I turn this back around, you guys can see a little bit better kind of what I'm talking about. The new wallpapers. I am just obsessed with the disco ball theme going on right now. I just think there's so many cute designs out there, and these look adorable. And it's kind of like a cute purpley tint, which is a little different from what I normally do. So I'm really excited about it. So again, make sure you go and download those freebies if you want them for your phone, iPad, or your desktop. I'm gonna also update my desktop in this video for you guys to show you because I like them to match. I think it's fun. Now we're gonna go on into GoodNotes, and it is time to start planning our month. But first, I love to do my month in review. Now, if you guys are not familiar, this is my 2022 Ultimate Life Planner. This is the planner that I created for 2022, so everything is dated, meaning when you are on GoodNotes and you are clicking around, all of these tabs, when you tap them, are going to take you directly to the month. Every single day that you tap on the monthly page is going to take you to the day. And then you also have week buttons over here that will take you to the week. And on those weekdays, you'll also be able to click on the daily days. This planner comes with so many different inserts and templates that you can use to help organize your life, from cleaning schedules and habit trackers, sleep trackers, so many different types of notes pages, school related pages, goal planning, and you also have 5 separate notebooks here. So each of these notebooks is going to take you to a different notebook page that you can keep everything organized with. And you can always come back to your calendar page. This is your year at a glance. All of these are also clickable, making everything in this planner incredibly easy to access. But today we are going to start with our April month in review to get us started. I love doing the month in the review because I think it really gives me a moment to kind of break down what went well and what I kind of struggled with, and that really helps me mentally to figure out where I want to be within the next month and what I want to be focusing on. So I'm gonna pick a fun little color. I'm kind of feeling like a little hot pink here. If you like this color, the hex code is FF3B60. And I'm going to use the font Adabel Handwriting. I got this font for free on dafont.com. If you guys want to go and check it out, I have a tutorial over on my Instagram reels. First, we're gonna start with this month's highlights and go from there. I'm gonna go through and fill out this entire spread and then come back to you guys and we'll talk a little bit about everything and how I filled it up. Alrighty guys, I have just finished filling out my month in review, and I have to say this was one of the more interesting month in reviews to fill out for me because I did have a very tough March and April when it came to my mental health, but I found that I made a lot of progress, and kind of looking at this month in review and going through and filling it out really kind of gave me the appreciation for the hard work that I did put in this month, creating new aspects of my life that are fulfilling and exciting. Going into some details, highlights. This month was Clay's birthday as well as my sister-in-law's, which was super exciting. For Clay's birthday, we got to make homemade pizzas and found some new board games that we really like. We also were able to celebrate my brother and my sister-in-law Lauren at the lake for their bachelor/bachelorette party. Also for Lauren's birthday, so kind of a double duty. We got to see them a lot this month, which is awesome because they do live about 2 hours from us, so we don't see them every week. I got accepted into the Instagram Reels bonus program for the first time this month, and I think it's really exciting just having another income stream for my business and kind of testing that out and seeing how it goes. And of course, my Atlanta girls trip. We went to a girls trip earlier in the month and it was so much fun. Just taking a little day trip to go and do some shopping and hanging out with them and eating good food, going to the aquarium. It honestly was just a really, really good time. Some struggles that I dealt with this month were definitely dealing with my anxiety in a healthy way. March, I ended up getting some health related news that definitely triggered a lot of my anxiety, and it began to be very severe anxiety. So I have been dealing with that in healthy ways by going to see a therapist, coming up with new tools and things that I can use to help me out when I am feeling anxious, and just really finding things that work for myself to help improve that mental health. Although I was able to do that, it still was a struggle point for me this month because it was something that I had to work really hard on, and to not let myself kind of get carried away with. Another struggle I had was sticking to my work necessities and consistency. Most of this was due to the anxiety that I was currently facing at that time, so it was hard to want to focus on those things. However, I know what tasks and pieces of my businesses need to be consistent in order to be successful. I just simply wasn't as consistent as I would really like to be. Some good lessons that I did learn though was how to balance my time between work and life, and kind of understanding that it's okay to have that downtime, and it's okay to be lazy, and it's okay to not constantly be working on something and doing something, and having that good work-life balance. Because as an entrepreneur, a creative, I get in these funks where I am so hyper focused on work, and sometimes I literally burn out myself so bad. So it's important to find that really good balance. I also learned that I am not as passionate about one of my careers anymore. However, I have decided to start taking a route to eventually remove that portion of my career, which is exciting. I rated my month a 6 out of 10 because I did deal with a lot of anxiety and mental health related things. However, I still really enjoyed a lot of the quality time that I spent with my family and my friends and my husband. And overall, it was a good month. Moving on to my little journaling prompts down here at the bottom. I'll zoom in a little so you guys can also see them along with me. What happened this month that changed me? I learned how to manage my anxiety by using a set of tools and reminding myself it's my body doing its job at the wrong time. Since I've been seeing a therapist for almost 2 months now, we've really worked together to create myself a toolbox of things that I can use to help address my anxiety when I'm feeling it at its worst. This was a month of really implementing a lot of those tools and reminding myself this constantly and making a lot of progress in that area, which is awesome. What challenges did I face this month? I unfortunately had to communicate some not so happy news to some of my friends, which I'm very uncomfortable with being confrontational and disappointing people. I'm such a people pleaser. So this was really difficult for me, but I managed to do it and I felt so much better afterwards. I feel so much more relief now that it's done. What am I spending too little and too much time on? I'm spending too much time on worrying about things I cannot control and too little on being in the moment. Definitely a big focus for next month because this month was so anxiety filled and kind of addressing that anxiety. I think next month we'll definitely have improved in this area. What went well that I can repeat next month? I was really great at realizing my personal needs and creating boundaries around those instead of letting others dictate that for me. Since I'm kind of going through a mental health struggle, as I've mentioned here on this spread a lot, I have been having to create boundaries that not everyone is happy about. And of course, it does disappoint some people, but I personally know that it is the best choice for me and where I'm currently at in my life right now. And it gives me that reassurance that I will feel so much better not putting myself in certain situations than I would if I would have forced myself to do so. What are my goals for next month? My goals for next month are to track my spending more efficiently, mostly when it comes to my business, because our personal budget, my husband and I both do, and we use a lovely little app. My consistency in my career, so again, doing those daily tasks that I know are important to move the needle, and then adding movement into my everyday routine. I really want to get into the habit of working out more and potentially walking each day. So that is my month in review. Honestly, I'm very happy with myself that I went through and did this. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to do these at the end of the month, but it is such a great way to reflect on progress and changes and struggles and highlights and how to move forward into the next month and keep continuing to improve my life. Alrighty guys, we are now looking at the month of May calendar. I'm gonna go in and add in all of my important dates for the month. I love doing this so that I can keep everything organized and see it at a glance. So let's go in and pick our font that we want to use. I think I'm gonna change it up and go with, bright. Again, I think I may have bought this font on Etsy, but I'm gonna go in and pick a really cute color. Let's see, maybe something peachy. That's very pretty. I like that one. This hex code is FF8466 if anyone is interested. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead and entered in all of the important dates that I had coming up, as well as my YouTube content for my 3 different businesses, so that everything is categorized, organized, and laid out for the month. I already kind of did a content planning calendar on one of my other digital planners so that I could kind of get an idea of what pieces of content I'm going to be putting out for you guys for my different businesses. Now that I've done that, I'm going to move on over to my work and personal checklist over here on the side for the month. These are going to be just some different goals and tasks that I want to complete for both of these different areas of my life. So I'm going to fill those out and I'll come back and kind of talk you guys through it. Alrighty, jumping into kind of my little task section for work and personal. For work, some of my goals and tasks I would like to complete. One is to finish the new digital student planner. This is going to be one that gets launched basically for the new school year. I'm hoping to do an undated and a dated version of that, so stay tuned. Make sure you're following me on Instagram for that. I also want to upload weekly YouTube videos here on this channel. I've already kind of planned out my content, so I'm hoping that will help with the consistency. I would also like to post weekly YouTube videos for another one of my businesses. It is more of my lifestyle fun page. I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to go and follow me over there. And then my other goal is going to be consistency with my reels and TikToks. These are an important part of my business and they definitely help drive sales, so I want to focus on those. In my personal category, I want to focus on including movement in my daily routine. So this is probably going to look more like getting in a daily walk, so probably about a 30-minute walk every day. I also need to order a new coffee table and dining chairs. We have not bought these items since moving into our new house. We desperately need them. It's just time that we bite the bullet and find some that we love. And then lastly, I want to limit my fast food intake to one time a week. As I work from home, I tend to kind of go out and get food a lot, so I'm going to try and challenge myself to limit that number this month. Now that we have completed that, I am going to go to my vision board. I actually want to copy this page and I'm going to go back to my May page. Okay, now that I'm on my May page, I want to paste a copy of the vision board so I can make a monthly version. So all I'm going to do is press the little plus icon up here after I already copied it and press paste after this page. Now this is my yearly vision board. If you guys want to see me making this video, I'll link it up here in the corner for you if you want to go and check it out, but I'm actually going to clear it and we're going to do one for May. Now you guys know I love using Pinterest for this. I find all of my inspiration over on Pinterest and I try and find content that is related to what my goals are for the month. So I mentioned a lot of my goals for this month are things like making more movement in my day, being consistent at work, and so many different things. So I'm going to find things that kind of go with that, and this is going to be sped up, so I will kind of give you guys a rundown once I finish finding all my images and then putting them onto the vision board. Okay guys, I just finished up my vision board here. It is so rare that when I'm actually going through and choosing the photos and quotes for my vision board that I get the exact right number that kind of just magically fits on the board, but we're going to take that as a sign that my goals are in the right place for this month, and I'm going to break it down kind of why I chose these photos, what each one means, and kind of the goal and focus for this month for them. So starting in the left top hand corner, I have a little photo that says Hello June. This is just an outside table, my reminder to get outside, go outside, read my book outside, get some fresh air. We have a lovely patio and backyard in our house, so I want to remind myself to do that. This photo is kind of a reminder that I don't have to always be working at my desk in order to do my work. So take advantage of the different spaces we have in our home, or getting out of the house and going to work somewhere else. I have a lovely bathtub over here because this is one of the best ways that I kind of practice my self-care and can really relax myself. So it's a reminder that when times are stressful or anxiety might be high, to really kind of sink into that and use that as a tool to help. I've got some really pretty nails here, some fun inspo for June that I might want to get. I've got a little hammock with like a book in it. Again, kind of the reminder to get outside, to relax, use up some of my free time, just kind of being outside, enjoying the sun. Moving over on the bottom middle is kind of where we're at now. We're moving kind of towards this side here, which has a lot to do with my health and wellness. I've been making a big transition in my life recently to kind of remove a lot of toxins and bad negative things in my life when it comes to what I'm consuming. So trying to switch our meats to local people, same for our fresh produce, like trying to go to a farmer's market and things like that, and just having more fresh produce in the house. A reminder to make some fun smoothies this month. And I do want to get back into some movement, so I've got stretching. I put this woman here who has a more muscular build, I would say, or she looks very fit, and she has a lot of muscle, which is kind of one of my focuses when it comes to my movement, is to not necessarily just be focused on losing weight just for the sake of losing weight, but to actually focus more on fat loss and focus on building up my muscles and becoming stronger, and in turn that will help to reduce my fat on my body. So that's a goal of mine. I've got a little home gym set up here to kind of help motivate myself to say, like, look, maybe you can create a cute little space at home where you can get in your workouts and really enjoy that area. I've got some, again, yummy food here that I kind of want to recreate so it looks good. A little quote that says, do something today your future self will thank you for. I've got this outfit up here. I just really like the aesthetic of this girl, the styling, the fact that she's still wearing athleisure but looks really pulled together. That's kind of something I aspire to be. And then in the middle it says good things take time, which kind of applies to everything in my life, but I do also have two little work related ones up here. This is just to represent the consistency in work and planning out my content and being strategic. And then it says books, 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 and she's got an armful of books, and I really want to get back into reading some more inspirational kind of self-help related content, because I do find that that inspires me a ton when it comes to my work. That is my vision board for the month of May. Alrighty guys, that is going to bring us to the end of today's plan with me for the month of May. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Right here on the screen for you, I'm going to link another video I think you'll find helpful or inspiring. It probably will be another monthly plan with me if you want to go back and watch some old ones. I'll also have an entire playlist full of them up here in the corner as well, so you guys can go and watch more if you're interested. Down here at the bottom of the screen, you guys should be able to find a link to this planner here. So if you want to purchase this planner for yourself to use to start with digital planning, I will link that for you guys, as well as my subscribe button, so you guys can stick around for more videos just like this one. And without further ado guys, that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!